Hey, welcome to SirPodDroid, and the big thing out of the last few days was the launch of the PlayStation 4, which I had pre-ordered for a long time, and I picked up mine and did a PS4 hardware first impression special episode of SirAndroid TV, which was a bit rushed, but will be annotated in this video if you want to check that out. I'll keep talking about the PS4, but while I'm on topic of the main SirAndroid TV show on this channel, I figured I might as well bring this up. There will be some major changes made to that show very soon, both a re-debut of the show and a continuation with the same name. It will be changed up in a way that is a bit experimental, but also in a way where I can have a lot more fun ranting and yelling my opinions at a camera. Now back to the PlayStation 4, it sold over 1 million units in North America alone, which is fantastic. Some people have been getting issues with theirs, and a lot of people are in full panic mode, but I'll give you the information as I understand it straight. First, there is no way to know for sure how widespread the issues are. If we look back at the whole Xbox 360 Red Ring of Death issue, it took quite a few months to understand how widespread that issue was, and right now we live in a day where some issues shown on YouTube videos or a guy live streaming himself trying to fix his broken PS4 for 10 hours will get a lot more attention than people showing their working system. On top of that, of course you're going to see and hear more of people complaining about their broken systems than people with working systems, because people with working systems aren't trying to get their voices heard about their working system, they're just playing their working system. Bad news travels faster and harder than good news does. The whole Xbox One DRM bad news was in the mainstream media, but Microsoft dropping the DRM was only covered by enthusiast press. People who were anti-Xbox One because of the DRM situation probably don't know that it's no longer a situation. Second, the system sold over 1 million units. Because hypothetically, if 10,000 PS4s break, that sounds like a lot, but that's only a 1% failure rate, which is a great failure rate because no product you will ever buy, especially electronics, will ever have a 100% success rate. Third, let's get clear on what the issues are here. There are 4 main lights that the PS4 emits. The colors are blue, white, orange, and red. It pulsates blue when it's turning on, it's solid white when it is on, it's orange when it's in standby, just in case you see an orange light and freak out, just turn your system back on, and a red light, which means that it overheated. But it does not mean necessarily that the system is broken. Apparently, a solid blue light is a bad thing and means your system is broken. That sucks. Some PS4s with the red overheating light might not have their PS4s in a poorly ventilated place, because some red light PS4s, the fan might not be turning on, which again, that sucks. Also, Kotaku's Steven Tiltillo put out a video of their broken PS4 where the HDMI cable was not plugging in all the way, and you can see how far the cable actually needs to plug in order for the HDMI to actually send a signal out to your TV so that it can do the whole handshaking video process. My PS4 works perfectly fine hardware-wise, but I have been getting a lot of issues with Battlefield 4. That game runs like it's still in beta. I've lost count the amount of times that game crashes to the PS4 dashboard and corrupts my save file. It gets to the point where the game won't load anything beyond the main menu most of the time, and at 3 different times Battlefield 4 ran perfectly fine, but it wouldn't detect my controller inputs, even though I could still hit the PlayStation button and run the PS4 dashboard perfectly fine. And it became a big problem when that happened to me during an online match. All of a sudden, my controller input stopped working, and of course, I got killed and booted out of the game for inactivity. I've never had those problems when I played Resogun, never had those problems when I played Blacklight Retribution. Luckily, I managed to get through the campaign without my save file corrupting during that period, during that period of time, which it's way better than Battlefield 3's shitty campaign, but it still isn't all that great. But I can tell that they're trying. They're trying. Because it's a huge improvement over Battlefield 3's campaign in almost every way. It just kind of baffles me that Battlefield Bad Company's campaign is such a great story with great characters and, all its level design issues aside. And Bad Company 2's campaign was really good in all aspects. DICE also made Mirror's Edge, which, say what you want about some of the gameplay, the progression felt natural, and the story was always focused on staying straightforward and clear. So, I have no idea what happened at DICE since EA decided to take Battlefield and turn it into competition for Call of Duty, which was and is so incredibly asinine because they play so differently. But okay, the best thing about the PS4 for me is the controller. I need to experience a wider variety of games with it, but it is shaping up to be my favorite controller of all time. Yes, it is comfortable as hell, and yes, I still take issue with the share and option buttons not feeling right to press, but the big thing I take away from the controller is the 3.5mm stereo port on the bottom. In my hardware first impressions video, I took issue with the single earbud headset that comes with the system. But holy crap, does that not even matter? Because you can plug any headphones with a 3.5mm plug and it will work, but that is not where the greatness is here. First, you can change game audio to come out of the controller. I have a pair of Turtle Beach X12 gaming headphones that wouldn't work on the PS4 any other way because they need the audio from the composite out, and the quality of the audio that comes from the wireless controller, it's not perfect, but it is far better than what I would have expected for audio coming out of a controller. Second, you can have both game audio and chat audio coming out of your controller at the same time, and any headphones with a built-in, with a mic built-in will automatically work with voice chat. This is such a great feature, and I can't believe Sony didn't really advertise it much, or, if at all. Also, Vita Remote Play works surprisingly well. My only gripe with it is that both Resogun and Battlefield 4, they run at 60 frames per second, but on Vita Remote Play, they're more in the range of 25 to 30 frames per second. But the image quality is really, really nice, especially for a screen that is apparently only 540p. That's most of my impressions so far with the whole PS4 launch madness going on. Overall, a great experience, overall a good experience. And the Xbox One launches on Friday, which I will not be getting, at least not anytime soon, but I hope both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One do well, because healthy competition keeps the industry strong. Keyword, healthy. Not hate-filled, not flame wars, not death threats, and, well, that's it for another episode of SirPodDroid. Feel free to click subscribe for more content from the channel, and thanks for listening.